Hola, ayer aprendimos mucho. Aprendimos los pronombres de objetos indirectos y cómo usarlos. Y también aprendimos gustar y para expresar nuestros gustos y preferencias. Um, please make sure that you're reviewing that. If you need help, please let me know because it is different than how we do it in English. Hoy vamos a continuar en capítulo 8 en página 248. Hoy vamos a aprender cómo usar el pretérito para hablar de lo que ocurrió en el pasado. So, for the most part, we've been using the present tense to talk. Now we will learn the preterite, one of the past tenses in Spanish. To talk about the past tense in Spanish, the past tense, I'm tongue-tied, in Spanish, there are two simple tenses. Tenses formed without an auxiliary or a helping verb. The preterite and the imperfect. In this chapter, we will learn the regular forms of the preterite and those of 4 irregular verbs. And then in the following chapters, we will learn more about both tenses. So we have AR verbs, which are hablé, hablaste, habló, hablamos, hablaron. So A, aste, o, amos, aron. The accents are really important, so we know it's the preterite tense. ER and IR verbs are the same. We have comí, comiste, comió, comimos, comieron, or viví, viviste, vivo, viví, viviste, vivió, vivimos, vivieron. So iste, io, imos, ieron. The use of the preterite has several equivalents in English. Hablé can mean I spoke or I did speak. The preterite is used to report finished, completed actions or states of being in the past. If an action or state of being is being viewed as completed, no matter how long it lasted or took to complete, it is expressed with the preterite tense. The nosotros forms of the regular preterite for AR and IR verbs is the same as the present tense form. Context is used to determine the meaning. The accent marks on the first person and third person singular on the preterite tense are really important. These are dropped in ver. Ver is regular, but you don't have to have the accents because it's a short verb. So ver is vi, viste, vio, vimos, vieron. Okay. Verbs ending in CAR, GAR, and ZAR. These verbs show a spelling change in the first person singular, the yo form of the preterite. This is the same change you have already learned to make in formal commands. Yay, you already know it, so you just have to apply it to a different part of speaking. CAR changes to QU, busqué, buscaste, buscó. GAR changes to GU, pagué, pagaste, pagó. ZAR changes to C. Empecé, empezaste, empezó. An unstressed I between two vowels becomes a Y. Also note the accent form on the I in the two nosotros and vosotros forms, en creer and leer. So we have creí, creíste, creyó, creímos, creyeron. All of those have the accent to help with the pronunciation of them. And then leer is the same. Leí, leíste, leyó, leímos, leyeron. And then we have AR and ER stem changing verbs. Stem changing verbs that end in AR and ER are completely regular in the present tense, in the preterite tense. However, the preterite of IR stem changing verbs is not regular. We will learn those in the next chapter. Sorry. Despertar, instead of despierto, we have desperté. Volver was not vuelvo, it's volví. Here we have some irregular forms in página 250. Dar. The preterite endings for dar is the same as those used for regular ER and IR verbs, but the accent marks are dropped. Dar and ver are the same. Diste, dio, dimos, dieron. Hacer. All forms of hacer are irregular in the preterite, especially the third person singular hizo, which is spelled with a Z instead of a C to keep the pronunciation. Hice, hiciste, hizo, hicimos, hicieron. Ir and ser have identical forms in the preterite. Context makes the meaning clear as to what verb you are using. And in addition, the forms of ir are often followed by a, so they're easy to spot in the preterite. Fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fueron. So that is a preterite. It is used to talk about definitive completed actions or state of beings in the past, that have happened, that are in the past. So I'm going to assign you 2 things today. Do say en página 252, paso uno. You only have to do paso uno. Describe what they did throughout their day. I'm so sorry, excuse me. And then going to un poco de todo en página 254. B, lengua y cultura. Go ahead and do B. Fill or in the parentheses, pick the right word, make it right to make the paragraph make sense. You don't have to do comprensión. So that is the preterite tense. We've learned a lot in this chapter. So I hope that you're feeling confident, and I would just practice writing out a bunch of preterite verbs to help you learn the conjugations. So that's how I would do it, and good luck. As always, let me know if you need extra help.